One
creature.
willing creature of my size or smaller.
Nice. All right, and we are back on. Sorry
All
about that,
right.
folks.
It's, things happen and we're back. All right. So we are traveled further south. We are just outside of Lipgira. We're headed into Lipgira. Now you see this village. It is not as active as you would anticipate. You would expect it to have some activity. You're hitting this village midday, warmest point in the day. Maybe not as much as an average village further north where it's warmer and there's livestock and farms and things like that. But you would expect some activity. But it is very quiet in this village, actually.
Ah,
Does it have a pub?
Does it have a pub? Well, you kind of look around. You do see a sign. It just has like a mug of ale on it. There's like no name for it.
Okay.
Seems self-explanatory.
Yeah,
I
let's go.
recommend we head there.
All right. You head in there. As you walk in, everybody turns and looks at you. I mean, quite frankly, nobody expects any visitors out here.
I'm not on the
All
team
right.
anymore, and I wave.
You wave. All right. They just kind of look at you, and you see two people in here. One person behind the bar, one person sitting at the bar. The barkeep kind of nods and says, "Welcome. We don't get much visitors down here. What brings you this far south?"
We
Well,
walked.
well, of course you don't get many visitors. There's giants.
You do have a point. We don't go north either. Again, what brings you down here?
Are you experiencing any kind of trouble? I look around. Anything that's got your balance out of whack?
The two people pass a gaze. And they look back. Bartender takes a breath. Says, as a matter of fact, we are missing people. We had a few people go further south. We have a team of people that go south toward the southern wall. They do spend a couple of months down there breaking ice, doing some various things down there, earning money to bring home to their families, to the town. We haven't seen them for 6 months at least. We sent another group out to just investigate, check in. We haven't heard from them either, and it's been about a month. They were not intended to stay. They should have been back by now. If they went down and talked with them and then came home, they should have been back by now. It's a little disconcerting. I have had another scout just go on their own, just briefly, just a couple of miles. Well, more than a couple of miles, but toward the foundation stones. And there's some activity going on there that we're not used to seeing. There's creatures. He reported back that there's these creatures. They're flying creatures with tentacle something or another. He came back immediately. I don't know if others have just been killed by these creatures or if they managed to pass on before these creatures arrived. I am unsure. But the scout was pretty shaken. He didn't want to get messed up with them.
Sounds
How
like
far
our
south?
kind of.
It's about a day's travel south still.
I kind of give the girl a look, like Kara, whatever her name is, and I say,
Oh shit.
it's no coincidence that we came here. Me for another reason from another director, and you for yours. Perhaps this is what we were both set to suit.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
So in my when I went on my vision quest, that's what I'm calling it. I was just told there's something south that I need to deal with. They didn't say what it was, what it entailed.
Right. Your captain actually had caught you before your vision quest.
Right.
And had told you that there was unrest to the south. He did not specify where exactly.
Mhm.
But that there's just unrest. There's something going on down there.
Okay.
And Numenera was most likely involved.
Well, what time of day is it?
It's midday, noonish.
So it's too early for us to camp again, or no?
I mean, yes, it is too early to camp. You're in a town. You're welcome to stay, or you're welcome to move onward further south if you want to just continue southward.
How long of a walk
This
is it?
call is yours.
How long of a walk is it to these creatures?
The scout was gone almost 2 days. So I would say it's almost a full day's travel.
What do you propose, Bruce? I say we continue now, but that's just my vote.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I know your shop is fairly small. Do you have anyone that deals in magical wares?
He chuckles a little bit. We have no magic people out here.
Just thought I'd ask. Thank you.
You're welcome. Says here, if you're gonna go and check on this for our little town, says hang on. And he disappears for a little bit. He comes back and he sets out 5, 6, because Kosha's with you, 6 pouches. Says a hearty meal for at least a day's travel for you.
Oh, thank you.
So you're not eating hardtack all the time, basically.
Kind of grows on you like a fungus.
Yeah, I've done some lengthy travel in my younger days. Get a good meal every chance you get, because man, that stuff is just, yeah, no.
I will thank him and take my bag, my sack.
I will thank them as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully we
Yeah.
find your people and they are well, and we can get them back to you.
I will fasten it onto my belt.
I do hope so.
I will leave some money on the counter.
He will thank you.
A gold piece. Because that's a lot out here.
This. He will thank you.
Vix just assumes that Forsyth took it from the dude's pocket first. He took 2 and gave him back
exactly
1.
What Kadath is thinking too.
Hey now.
That's
I was
our,
being
in our
nice.
head. That's not that's not out loud.
Yeah.
Although I do kind of raise my eyebrow at you.
In Forsyth's
We've seen it
defense,
not.
you never saw him go over the counter, so
Yes, but how often do we see him do what we think he does?
next to never. But
I've known him long enough to know kinds of things he does.
Yeah, but have you ever noticed the kind of people?
Yeah,
I
generally.
never rob from poor people.
You steal from the rich and give to yourself.
Right, absolutely.
and occasionally to those less fortunate, like this poor barkeeper.
Right.
Um,
But they need to be worthy.
oh, what's it gonna say? Oh, how many of the rest of you spellcasters actually know fly? Or have
I
it
do.
at least
Know
available,
what?
if not prepared?
I
Know
do.
what?
Fly.
Well, I do.
Okay.
It's on
I
the
do
broom.
not.
Well,
Right.
you have the broom. Do you have the spell though?
No,
I
I
think-
don't need the spell because I have the broom.
Right. So you could easily carry like you and
One other person.
Fix, and between me and Forsyth, we could cast fly on the other four of us.
I don't have fly.
Oh, you
I
don't
do.
have fly?
That's fine.
Or Fix does. So Fix could cast it on two of us, and I could cast it on two of us. Okay, I'm just thinking ahead for when we get to the foundation stone, since we know that that city is 1,000 feet above or whatever it is.
In another level, or it won't matter.
For you,
True.
I like the broom for Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
of course, fly is not going to get us there on its own. It's only 600 feet total.
Huh?
You get only 600 feet of flight. I thought it was a time.
It's 10
Oh, wait,
minutes.
no, never mind. It'll be 6,000 feet. Never mind.
And I could technically, if I wanted to, cast it once on 4 people.
Oh, you
But that
could?
would take a 4th
Oh,
level
okay.
slot and
could
all
do-
of my sorcery points.
Yeah, I could too, but it would take up both of my spell slots.
Right.
But if we each cast it once, then we're okay.
Yeah.
Because we can each hit 2 people.
Which
Alright.
is still base level, or are you talking about upcasting?
4th level slot. Oh,
Yeah.
yours aren't automatic 4th level. That's right.
Nope.
Mine are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just wanted to check on that while I was thinking about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I agree. We should definitely move on. Try and make as much time as we can now. Make the distance that we can make.
All right. Barkeep says, "Good luck to you."
Well, thank you.
And you guys turn around and head out.
Oh, I turn back.
Take the
Do you-
barkeep before I leave.
You do what before you leave?
Insight.
Okay.
That's a 21.
All right. You can tell that he's hopeful. I mean, he's being honest. And that he is hopeful. Though he's not banking on it. Because
In other words, good luck with that.
yeah. I hope they succeed, but they probably
Probably not.
won't.
Yeah.
Excuse me, barkeep. What was your name?
My name is Gerald.
Gerald. 2 questions for you. Your weather here is not exactly kind. Do you happen to have some cold weather clothing?
Yes. Absolutely do. Come. and he will take you back to like a storeroom,
Mhm.
where he does have some furs and things like that that is back there. Please, help yourselves. I wish to aid you the best that I can.
You're too kind.
Many things. And more importantly, do you happen to have any hot cider that we can take with us?
I mean, it may not stay hot for long, but you are welcome to
Oh,
have
it just
some
needs
of
to be
our
hot for now.
our most of my ales are warm.
Yep. Fix would get a big mug and get some cold weather clothing and look like a big old little bundle of. You remember in A Christmas Story when he gets wrapped up in all the coats and everything and he can
Yes,
barely
the
walk.
Little brother,
The little
Yep.
brother.
Ralphie, and his little brother.
Not quite like that, but he's definitely bundled up
So
now.
put your eye out.
You put your eye out.
Mm.
Uh,
And he's
That's
walking
funny.
with the mug of hot ale or hot
I
meat,
will-
whatever.
I will look and see if he's got a nice fur-lined cloak.
He does.
You're gonna get the boots with the fur.
Furry boots.
Oh,
You guys are
troubles
going to be
cannot
able to
hide.
pick through enough
No.
that you will have cold weather clothing to
Oh,
prevent
oh,
you
oh.
from experiencing the detriments of colder weather as far south, probably as the southern wall.
I'll get a light jacket.
I'm good. I get a windbreak.
Get a windbreaker.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
basically what I'm
no.
going for. Just a light jacket.
Yep. All right. So
'Cause if
yeah,
I get
he will
really
assess
cold,
that
I'd
for you.
turn into a bear or a polar bear.
Oh,
For an
wow.
hour, and then you,
Get
or
some
no, it's
reprieve.
longer than
Three.
hours. And
3
Yeah,
hours.
3 hours.
3
hours
hours.
now.
Twice.
Twice,
What you-
yeah.
What you can do for the other however many days out of or hours out of the day?
I take a short
18.
rest.
Yeah.
That takes an
Deal
hour,
with
and that
it.
time you freeze.
Oh, no. I take a short rest as a polar bear.
That way you can just constantly be refreshing at least one of those.
You bet. I ain't no fool.
All right, so you get decked out. You head out of the bar. He thanks you for your contribution. You left some gold, and he wishes you the best of luck, and hopes for your return, and hopefully with some of the village that has gone out.
In this back room, is there a table?
Yeah, it's a storage room,
Oh.
so
I will drop 5 gold onto the table.
okay. Alrighty. You head out of the village with your cold weather gear. You head further south. You travel the rest of the day. You find a place that's pretty protected from the wind for the most part. You found, some rocks and stuff that would help aid against any wind chill. And you hunker down for the evening. Go ahead and roll me perceptions. Those of you who roll perceptions for watches. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Because I got advantage from Evangeline, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I rolled 2 14s.
So it's a 26
Oh.
total.
Nice.
Yeah.
I decided to use my my Cthulhu dice today, and they're on fire. 24.
Nice. All right. So, all of you during your watches will hear almost a constant buzz. Faint, it's in the distance. You know it's some time away, but you definitely hear a buzz, almost an insect like buzz.
Or a light year.
I thought that was
not
just
a
my
light year.
tinnitus.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna go airborne and see if I can get a better vantage point in the direction I hear this.
Okay.
Oh, this is at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
This
have
is
that
at night.
300-foot dark vision, and dark look is dim light for me,
Yeah.
and dim light is daylight. So yeah, I'll go airborne and see if I can see anything.
Okay. In the direction that you are heading, you will see movement of. You will be able to pick out at this point, because there is some moonlight. You will be able to pick out several stones in the sky. You
Several
can't.
what?
Several stones in the sky.
Yeah,
You're pretty sure that these are the foundation stones that you are seeing.
okay.
Above one of them, there is kind of several, I believe they're large. Oh no, they might be medium. Let me double check. They might be medium creatures. In which case, you just kind of see a dark cloud. You see a dark cloud of creatures.
Is that where the buzzing is coming from?
Yes. Yeah, you're just going to kind of see a dark cloud of creatures that seems to be moving and swirling among themselves.
And how high are they up on the stones that I can see that are floating in the air?
What you can see, these stones are floating at various heights, but the one that they're floating above is about 2,000 feet in the air.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back down to the camp and let Evangeline know what's going on with that, and inform her that if we stay low to the ground, maybe we can avoid whatever that is, because they are really hot out. And the chances of them seeing us is, it's gonna require something amazing for them to see us from that height. Evangeline.
She's speechless.
I'm speechless. I'm actually thinking.
First time for everything.
I'm not the chatty Cathy of the group.
No.
He's
Nor am I.
currently asleep, I think.
You better not be, she's on watch with me.
No, the chatty Cathy.
Oh,
The chatty
okay.
Cathy is asleep.
Is it free?
The chatty Cathy of the group. Fix.
I'm
This isn't
going
asleep,
to
he's moving.
scour my memory to see if I remember anything that I've read in books about, like, from the Order of Truth, as
Okay.
well as any of the books that I read in Saji about activity around the foundation stones.
Okay. Roll me your history check.
A 14.
You are having trouble recalling anything specific about these creatures. Being that they're so close to the town and the town didn't really know about it until recently, makes you think that these creatures are not normally here. And so thinking about those two things, you can put together from your readings in Saji that there was known to be rifts almost as these cities began to disappear, that would bleed out things or pull in things as these cities began to fall and disappear.
Okay. share with Seeker that in Saji, I read this, that when there were rifts, things would, when the cities disappeared,
Mhm.
there were leaks, so to speak, where things could get out or could get in, cross over that rift.
Does that trigger any memory or knowledge in Secret at all?
Do what?
In your
Is it like-
visions, yes. When you were seeing the things from Vel Sharoon,
Mhm.
you were unsure just the way it was happening. You're unsure if they were being birthed from this oily liquid or if they were coming through something like a portal or something like that. So maybe something like that. But other than that, you're not really sure.
Well, as long as we stay quiet and we don't like do any light shows, I think we'll be okay. They are 2,000 feet up on one of those stones.
How long has it been since we've been to Saji?
Week and a
At least
half,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. You've been traveling for about a week south. And then you jumped a couple of times in places in Lady Guerra. I would say about 2 weeks. At least. Maybe 3.
I speculate with Seeker. I'm speculating that the possibility of our waking up city of Saji, the possibility of causing activity in other places associated with the cities of the second world.
It's your time. Volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes. What do you mean?
Well, we have a city that left our plane and went to it's in the astral plane, right? To the astral plane. And when we got there, the city was frozen or you saw them, or at least very slowed. Their device in the library was not working, was not running.
Not until I fixed it.
You're asleep.
You fix it, it's sleepy, sleep fixing.
Chatty Cathy can't stay out. He knew I was gonna say something about him. But when we started their timepiece, possibly, and they became visible to us, and they started moving at normal speed, so to speak. If when the cities fell and they were trying to protect the other ones in the second world, it is very possible that they are connected in some way.
No doubt.
And if we started the other one moving, if the other cities were protected in the same manner by a shifting of their plane or of existence or something, it is possible that the ripple effect could have caused some rifts to possibly be reopened. And that might explain the appearance of the creatures that the town has spoken of and the activity, which to the best of my knowledge, there's not been activity on the foundation stones.
Prudence would dictate that we investigate them just the same.
Don't think that it would hurt to
Well,
investigate.
it could be the source of the disappearances, come to think of it.
It could be.
I'm gonna wake everybody up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up.
I think we found the source of the disappearances, but we need everyone on deck for this. There's a platform, I believe it's a founding stone, is that what you call them?
The foundation
Foundation
stone.
stones. There's a group of foundation stones in my point. They're very much up in the air. The one in question is about 2,000 feet in the air. And if you listen very
Right.
carefully, you can hear that buzzing sound. I surmise that that buzzing sound is responsible, as I can see, beings, entities, creatures, whatever you want to call them, that are kind of amassed up there. And I think we need to go and investigate. But I didn't want to do it alone.
Do we know what these creatures are?
No.
Hmm.
But if there's buzzing,
Um,
then you know that they probably have wings of some kind.
I would also, once we get them all up, I would share with everybody else about what I know about the rifts, the leakage, and my speculations on the possibility of our disruption in Saji possibly having a ripple effect because the timing is a little close to our being in Saji, and when we were in Saji, we do know that our time was different inside rather than what it is here. There could be a correlation.
Is Rhonda's audio out of sync for anybody else?
You know, not me.
I don't know.
Rhonda's audio and video is always out of sync for me, unless it's just me and her on a call.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm very used to it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I wasn't like.
Is my
Yeah.
audio and video out of sync with myself? Is it like watching a Godzilla movie?
Yes.
Kind of.
Hachira!
Can I see what he's talking about from where we're at?
Yeah, you can see that there is a kind of a mass up in the sky, a good distance away. You can't really make out what the individual creatures are, but you can kind of see them swirling, and you can hear the buzz. It's not very loud, but you can hear the buzz.
Okay. But they haven't necessarily gotten any closer to us, right?
No, they don't appear to have gotten closer.
So maybe what we should do is finish out our night and go in the morning. That way we're fully rested and don't have to worry about anything of that nature, any exhaustion or anything of that sort.
Sounds like a plan.
Perhaps that would be
Be
an excellent
vigilant.
plan.
On your watches, lest they come closer.
Yeah, the people on watch can definitely keep an eye on them. At least one of the two people on watch. We do have Kosha with us still, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Well, then let's go back to sleep.
All right.
Or if it's time to change watch, they can, but I'm going back
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yeah. Forsyth, during your watch, nothing changes. They're still up there. They seem to be calming down in activity a little bit. You see kind of breaks in the cloud-esque type thing, but they don't seem to be coming any closer. The buzz kind of remains the same. Sometimes gets even quieter. Like some of them are landing and not flying anymore. Seeker and Kadeth, by the end of your watch, there is almost no buzzing. And as the sun is rising, you only see one or two individual ones, tiny specks, not like a cloud-esque type of
They're
thing.
nocturnal.
So they're nocturnal.
Yeah, whatever they are. That
Well,
gives us an advantage during the day.
yes, but we need to be careful because that gives them an advantage during the night.
Right. So we should get up there as soon as we can in the morning.
I concur.
All right. So you wake up, you break camp, you head further south toward these foundation stones. As you approach the foundation stone,
And we'll keep an eye on the sky, basically.
I'm actually flying about 150 feet above the party. just
okay,
To keep a good eye out.
okay. Did I write down what it was? The foundation stones. Do you believe, just from stories and whatnot, that these seem to be the oldest relics? That most people refer to these as being the first. There is no evidence to support this claim, though they're all old to the best of your knowledge, and nobody can prove which is oldest. There are 7 stones, you notice, as you walk up, that float high above this particularly desolate area of the desert, filled with ancient edifices that have been eroded by aeons and covered with so much sediment that it's easily mistaken for natural cliff sides and plateaus. However, they are floating. They're not attached to the earth in any way. The largest of the stones is shaped like a diamond and almost a mile from top to bottom. It is called the Stone of Margol. It floats nearly a half mile above the ground. Perhaps the more interesting, however, is the one of which you noticed the floating cloud. It is much smaller. It is called the Symbol Stone. It is flat-topped and floats about 2,000 feet in the air,
Where the bugs were.
where the buzzes were. The Symbol Stone, you notice as you draw near, seems to have water that just pours out from all 4 sides, hitting the ground and creating a single river that heads to the west. It pulls slightly underneath the stone as it heads to the west. Unsure where this water comes from, you have no idea because it's not attached to anything. But floating slightly above it, you do see also what looks like a round projection of some sort that has some kind of symbol in it. It seems to light up almost like a moon. It doesn't light up the whole area at this point, but it does seem to light up almost like a second moon. And it floats above the stone.
Hmm.
This is what you see as you approach the stone.
Have we seen any of the creatures at this point recently?
You may have seen one
Well enough to
kinda
identify
come
what
in.
kind of creature it is?
No, but I can show you the picture. Actually, let's get into Owlbear. Boop, boop. Where is it? There it is. Whoop. You do see in the snowy map, that's what you're kind of walking up to with the pools and whatnot.
Mhm.
You
Down and to the left from the world map.
yes. To the
There's a
left
clock
of the
on
world
it.
map. You do see basically something that looks like that. Not that big, obviously, but I just made it bigger so that you could see it more clearly
Whoa, ugly.
Where,
without ha-
where are you
without having
from?
to zoom in. It's
The
the
white
snowy
map.
map.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Spider.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Teenage Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja Spider.
Ninja Spider. Sorry, I got the wrong thing. So that's what that buzzing was. Okay.
Spider
Yeah.
and a half web.
Spider and a half web. Turtle Tower. So that is what you see.
And how many of them were there?
There was
Tonight?
enough to make a decent little cloud. You're guessing anywhere between 4 to 10 easily.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a lot less than I was thinking.
How high above the ground are they?
Currently about 2,000 feet.
Okay, so nowhere near us yet.
There is no fox in this
Till we,
in this
till we
land,
go to
so
them.
you know.
Right.
Is there anything that stands out about any of the other foundation stones other than the diamond one?
No, they all just kind of look like cliffs and things. They look like boulders and rocks that
Okay.
you would find on a mountainside, only they're just floating in the air.
Did we see any kind of structure that looks like buildings on any of them? Like as we were walking up?
You do not
Okay.
notice any building like things. But the symbol stone, the one with the flat top, is the most unusual of the group because it spouts out water. It has that like almost holographic projection up at the top. So it does definitely draw the eye.
I think we need to get up there. We may need to take care of these creatures, but we need to get up there. I can cast fly on two of us.
Does anybody have to spell levitate?
I do.
You were to cast it on somebody, I could possibly take 3 rounds in the room because there's 3 down there weightless. Wait,
If we're already doing 2 fly spells, well, I guess it doesn't. That depends on what spell level levitate is, I guess.
Is this a climbable object?
No, it's floating above the
no.
ground.
Okay.
Levitate is second level.
Yeah.
Whereas fly is third.
I could normally do it. Well, my old self could do that, but this self I cannot.
But I can cast fly on 2 of us. You can do fly and or levitate on the other 2. And then one person can ride with Seeker.
Let's do this thing.
What's that?
Let's do this thing.
And before I do that, I want to do quick detect magic and just see, because I'm assuming there's magic up there, but I won't be able to detect that anyways because we're not close enough. But down here, at ground level, is there any?
You do not detect any magic down here at ground level.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Um, real
Overnight,
quick-
I would have re-prepared spells.
Other than what is normal on your party, of course.
real
Right.
quick
No,
before
I
we
won't care about
before we get started, it is
Mm-hmm.
26 after, so I don't know if
26.
we want to
Yeah.
actually
Yep. I was
start
just letting you guys set yourself up.
set ourselves up for things we won't remember next time.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna
that's-
cast fly. We're gonna start flying up.
I'm gonna
writing it down.
I'll
polymorph.
tell you what I'll do.
Okay.
Just for this week, just for you guys, I'll type up some notes and send them to you.
Oh, that's so kind
Just
of
this
you.
week.
Like,
Kind of like you do every week.
Kind of like she does every week.
I am gonna
But-
cast polymorph.
to be
Instead of
fair,
taking the fly.
right before you jump on next week, you could easily watch the last 10 minutes of this week and know what you did.
Well,
True.
I mean, unless you really want the polymorph for something else, I wouldn't.
Don't forget
waste
you
it,
have
'cause we're-
Kosha.
Yeah.
what can
Yeah.
Kosha do?
Not my problem.
Actually,
Well, Kosha can sit here and wait for you guys if you'd like her to. That's
how
fine.
heavy? How heavy is Six?
I don't know.
Like, would I be able to fly with him on my shoulders? Kind of thing.
You offer your strength and or constitution if it were me. I'm just saying.
I mean, my strength is not great, but would I basically be able to give him a piggyback ride?
I don't know.
Any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less.
Yeah, I don't know. Fix is a dwarf, so he's not like a gnome and super light.
Well,
Yeah.
And he's also in
Yeah. And he's in plate armor or something.
not plate yet. Can't afford it yet.
okay, never mind
Splint.
then.
But
You're a little too heavy for me, probably.
Yeah.
Then
he'll probably be too
you
heavy
do
for
it
you.
effectively.
Because the splint is 60 pounds on its own.
Because I'm just trying to think
Oh,
of
yeah.
ways we can reduce the number of spells we need to cast.
Right.
Well, I'm a
Well,
little concerned with like using up all my spells because that's my actual combat as well.
What about Kosha? How small is she?
Kosha's pretty light. She's a dainty human girl.
Okay,
She's
so I could
she's a thief.
I could basically let her ride on my back, like give her a
How's-
piggyback ride, and I'll fly up.
Yep.
And then
And
if Fix casts fly on either himself or Evangeline,
yeah.
and I
Well-
can cover.
Evangeline's construct.
Oh shoot, I gotta worry
shnikes.
about that thing too. All right. Well, can you use up a 4th level slot and do 2 like Evangeline and her construct, and I'll take care of Forsyth?
Forsyth can polymorph.
But not
Right,
into
but
a
that
flying.
uses up another spell. That's what I'm trying to say. Is
Mm.
Yeah, but what else am I
Let's
gonna
not
use that
use-
spell slot for?
Yeah, he
Okay,
does
well-
wild shape, whereas
He
Fix
can- I
actually
was
does
gonna say,
combat.
Forsyth
Yeah.
can wild shape into a
Okay.
giant eagle and fly.
At 8th
No, he
level.
can't.
yeah,
He
he
can't do that.
yet.
Oh,
He
yes,
can-
right. Yours is a
Mhm.
He can wild shape into a mouse and take up no weight on
Hey,
that's right.
on like
right.
Seeker's self.
yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we?
Well-
Why don't we? I can do that. Just wild shape into something extremely lightweight.
But we are at
Yeah.
time, so we can discuss
Yep.
further.
Yeah,
All right.
you are gonna have
Good
to
night, everybody. I'll see
think
you
on
next
that
week.
and whatnot.
it.
All right.
Hi, Robert.
So we are gonna head off of here. We're gonna be at the foundation stones ready to go up starting next week. Hopefully we'll have everybody. And so we're going to be signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know when we go live. And we will see you next Tuesday. Good night.
Where's the fun
Good night,
part?
everyone.